From brushing shoulders with the Hollywood A-list to starring in a widely panned Christian Western, the cast of Derry Girls have come a long way since the series first aired in 2018. The hit Channel 4 show, which is based on a group of 16-year-old school pupils living in Ireland's Londonderry during the 1994 conflicts, came to an end last night after The series, inspired by writer Lisa McGee, who created the show, followed the Derry Girls as they juggled the pressures of high school along with the complex political situation in Northern Ireland. It starred Darren, played by Saoirse Monica Jackson, her cousin Orla, portrayed by Louisa Harland, pals Michelle, Jamie Lee O'Donnell, and Claire, Nicola Coughlan, and Michelle's English cousin, James, played by Dylan. Set in mid-1990s Northern Ireland during the Troubles, it showed the teenagers living through the period of conflict that didn't end until the Good Friday Agreement in 1998, as the battle over whether Northern Ireland should leave or remain in the United Kingdom came to an end. Juxtaposed with the group of pupils' comical teenage problems, the series was praised by critics and fans. However, much has changed for the cast since the program first aired in 2018, from landing roles in big superhero blockbusters to appearing in Netflix shows like Bridger. Here female reveals the varying fortunes for the cast of Derry Girls as the show comes. Born in 1987 in Galway, Nicola, 35, decided she wanted to become an actress at the age of 5. She graduated with a degree in English and Classical Civilization from the National University of Ireland before training at the Oxford School of Drama and Birmingham School of Acting. After suffering from depression, she left London and returned to Ireland, where she worked part-time at the Irish actress shot to fame portraying Claire Devlin in Channel 4 sitcom Derry Girls, with many fans considering her a fan. After the first series aired in 2018, she also played Hannah Dalton in Harlot's. Meanwhile, after she made her West End debut in the Donmar Warehouse's production of The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, the Evening Standard named her one of the rising stars of In 2018, Nicola penned a comment piece for The Guardian, detailing the pain of being described as a fat girl and overweight little girl by a theatre critic in recent years. She wrote, "I'm very lucky to get to use my body to become all these fascinating women, but the prism through which my body is viewed is inescapable. I know I'm not alone. Women in my industry are put under constant scrutiny for their look. It affects male actors as well. I had messages from them, but the vast majority of feedback was from women. Something in our society tells us that women's bodies are fair game for scrutiny in a way that men simply are not." However, it was when she took on the role of Penelope Featherington, the youngest Featherington daughter, in Netflix smash hit period drama Bridgerton in 2020 that her star really. She has since been invited to the Met Gala, appeared on a variety of hit programs including RuPaul's Drag Race, and was named one of Vogue's Best Dressed Women of 2020. Last year, Nicola explained her displeasure at being asked about her shape, saying, "Every time I'm asked about my body in an interview it makes me deeply uncomfortable." In a series of tweets, she wrote, "Can we please stop asking women about their weight in interviews, especially when it completely. I'm seeing a lot of interviews from 10 years ago where people go, oh, weren't the questions so inappropriate? Unfortunately every time I'm asked about my body in an interview it makes me deeply uncomfortable and so sad. I'm not just allowed to just talk about the job I do that I so love. It's so reductive to women when we're making great strides for diversity in the arts, but questions like that just pull us backwards." The actress explained she is not a body positivity activist and said her image is not something she defines herself. She added, "Also, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, I'm not a body positivity activist, I'm an actor. I would lose or gain weight if an important role requirement. My body is the tool I use to tell stories, not what I define myself by. So yeah, it's 2021. It would be nice if we didn't have to keep having this conversation." Meanwhile, she's racked up over 2 million followers on Instagram, who are often left fawning over her holiday snaps and photos of behind-the-scenes red carpet. She also recently hinted she has secured a role in the upcoming live-action Barbie. The Bridgerton star confirmed that she is starring in a project alongside Ncuti Gatwa as she spoke at Netflix Bridgerton FIC event in Los Angeles. Ncuti appeared to hint that their joint project is the upcoming Barbie film as he shared a snap of the pair to Instagram alongside the caption, "A pair of dolls." Lead Derry Girls Saoirse Monica Jackson, 28, was born in Derry, where her parents ran a village pub. She later left to train in acting at the Arden School of Theatre in Manchester. After landing her role in Derry Girls, she was nominated for the IFTA Gala Television Award for Best Female Performance for her role. While Saoirse Monica has had a slower start to her career than Nicola, she has already landed a big role in Hollywood following the end of the Channel 4. She is set to star in the upcoming DC movie The Flash alongside Ezra Miller, who has played the title character in Suicide Squad, Batman vs Superman and both cuts of Justice League. Her character is yet to be confirmed, although the movie is due to be released next year. Saoirse Monica has garnered a healthy 300k fans on Instagram, where she often posts snaps from her holidays as well as alongside her boyfriend DJ Dennis Sulta. Jamie Lee, 29, who played Michelle in the series, was born to a large family and she began acting at a young age in school plays. Upon graduation, she decided to pursue it professionally despite not being able to afford. She instead studied performing arts at De Montfort University in Bedfordshire. She began auditioning and dividing her time between England and home, taking part in theatrical productions and working as a dancer for promotions and pantomimes. She previously said, "Michelle really thinks she's maybe just a bit too big for the place she was born in and she's ready to take on the world." One swear word at "She's really feisty, really ballsy, doesn't really care about authority, just sort of up for anything." And her acting roles since Derry Girls have been limited, although she did appear in one of the lead roles of Channel 4's police prison drama Script. However, the show was slammed by disappointed viewers who criticized the editing and branded the acting. She also appeared in Redeeming Love, a movie described as an American Christian Western romance film which was released earlier this year to poor review. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, just 13% of 24 critics' reviews are positive, with an average rating of 3.9. She previously explained she was shocked by the reaction to the show, telling the Irish Times, "I didn't realize it'd be so intimidated by the fame. I never expected to be at this level for a start, and I definitely didn't expect to get recognized 6-7 times a day, or for it to happen to me. But I understand why it happens and everyone who comes up is a fan of the show." Louisa, 29, was born in Dublin but, like several of her Derry Girls co-stars, went on to train in England, at the Mount View Academy of Theatre Arts in London. Her teenage debut as an actor came as Aidan Gillen's daughter Kayleigh on RTE drama series Love/Hate. And much like her colleagues, Derry Girls was also her big break, and she has been widely praised for her role as Orla and the representation of autism on screen. However, she confessed she is unsure about the level of fame and the pressures which come with the success of the show. She told Dublin Telegraph, "I'm so afraid of the internet. That's not even something that I was. It is so terrifying being a woman and doing comedy because there is this belief that women are not as fun. I think the fear of doing comedy as a woman is huge. So definitely if people find what you do funny, that is very gratifying." Meanwhile, Louisa also spoke about her co-star's Nicholas' success, saying, "It's just so crazy. I said this to her as well, it's so bizarre, but also it feels very correct." Since the show, she has appeared in vampire comedy The Boys from County Hell, which was released in 20. However, much like her colleague Jamie Lee, she doesn't currently have any future roles publicly announced. Dylan is both the only male lead in the show, and the only English member of the core Derry Girls group. He was born in Reigate, Surrey, the youngest of 3 boys born to English parents, and attended a specialist school for children with autism, developmental language disorder and dyslexia. Unlike several of his co-stars, he didn't attend drama school and instead cut his teeth in some of the UK's biggest soaps, with roles in The Bill, Hollyoaks, and Holt. Since appearing in Derry Girls, he has gone on to star in several other TV shows including Call the Midwife. However, his biggest roles are still to come this year, with the actor starring in 2 programs set to hit the small screen in the next few. In the 6-part series, Jack is grieving the loss of his father and exploring his sexuality as he enrolls at Brent University. He told Attitude, "Everything about it was beautiful to me. I really wanted the part and to tell Jack's story as best. I'm really proud to be in it." The actor is also due to appear in the new miniseries Pistol, a drama about the UK punk band Sex Pistols, which is set to premiere on Hulu on May 31. Dylan appears as Wally Nightingale, who formed a band with schoolmates Cook and Jones in 1972 but was replaced by Rotten when they transformed into the